Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Fall imports go up 2 trillion naira monthly. Kwara State Government launches guidelines for... Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I'm Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Fall imports go up 2 trillion naira monthly. Kwara State Government launches guidelines for baby-friendly initiatives and policy on maternal, infant, young child nutrition. Kwara Poly embarks on commercial farming, supports Governor AbdulRazaq's agriculture program to boost food security. SEC calls for collaboration to grow capital markets ahead of CMC meeting. Federal government to reverse technical science colleges merger. Power generation improves by 25% on sectoral reforms. Federal government stakeholders back establishment of National Polytechnics Commission. Housing Ministry, Airforce, partner on affordable housing. CBN injects $876 million to boost forex liquidity. And on sports, the Tigers lose 74-88 to USA, crash out of Olympics. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu has disclosed that the country spends $2 trillion monthly to import petrol and diesel. According to the president, despite Nigeria's abundant oil and gas resources, his administration met a country that was dependent on oil only, neglecting its gas resources while subsidizing the cost of fuel. The Kwara State Government has officially launched the guidelines for baby-friendly initiatives and policy on maternal, infant, and young child nutrition. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Amina El Imam, who represented Governor AbdulRazaq and First Lady, Ambassador Olufolake AbdulRazaq, emphasized the importance of optimal nutrition for normal growth and development, particularly in children, pregnant women, and lactating mothers. The governor also announced the inauguration of the State Committee on Food and Nutrition, domestication of the National Policy on Food and Nutrition, and the multi-sectoral plan of action on nutrition. The minister outlined the key components of the initiative to include nutrition education and counseling, micronutrient supplementation, among others.
The baby-friendly initiative established by UNICEF and the WHO, the World Health Organization, aims to give every baby the best start in life by creating a healthy environment that supports breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is the most effective way to ensure a child's health and survival because breast milk provides essential nutrients, enhances brain development, and strengthens the immune system. In Kwara State, our domesticated breastfeeding baby-friendly initiative focuses on 1. Promoting exclusive breastfeeding, encouraging mothers to exclusively breastfeed their babies for the first 6 months of life. Exclusive breastfeeding can prevent malnutrition, reduce child mortality, and promote cognitive development. 2. Supporting health facilities. Training healthcare workers to support and educate mothers about the benefits of breastfeeding and proper infant feeding practices. 3. Creating enabling environment. Advocating for policies that support breastfeeding in public places and workplaces, ensuring that mothers have the resources and support that they need to continue breastfeeding. The MySIN policy, that's the Maternal, Infant and Young Child Nutrition Policy, is a comprehensive approach to improving the nutritional status of women and children in Kwara State. It addresses the needs, the nutritional needs of mothers during pregnancy and lactation, and the need of infants and young children up to the age of 5. Key components of the MySIN policy include...
Also speaking, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Ajia Afsat Adenike Ibrahim, commended the state government for its commitment to improving the health and nutritional status of mothers and children. She assured that the ministry will work tirelessly to implement the guidelines and policy and ensure that every mother and child receive the necessary care and support. The partners from the World Bank and UNICEF commended the government's efforts in improving maternal and child nutrition. The Kwara State Polytechnic has launched a commercial farming project to tackle land encroachment and ensure food availability and affordability in the institution community and the state at large. Speaking with the newsmen in Ilorin during the visit to the farm, the rector, Engineer Abdul stated that the farm was established to address land encroachment and provide affordable food for the Polytechnic community and the state. He said the initiative is to support the governor's agricultural programs aimed at ensuring food availability and affordability.
The purpose of coming here is to kickstart the harvesting of the matured meats. For the first time, we're having the commercial farm. What led to this idea is to find a way of discouraging or curbing encroachment, utilizing the vacant land for agricultural purposes so that we can make food available and affordable to the Polytechnic community, surrounding community, and the state at large. Like I said, the state government, under the leadership of our amiable governor, is working assiduously to ensure food availability and affordability. So in order to support his agricultural programs, that is why we also embark on this farm, so that we serve as a support to the government.
Kwara Commissioner for Tertiary Education, Dr. Mrs. Mary Aride, ably represented by Director R&D Department, Alaja Rodia Yaya, commended the Polytechnic's management for its efforts to end hunger in the state, noting that the produce will reduce market prices.
It will. Actually, in most of our institutions that have this land encroachment matters, none of the institution heads has gone the way the rector has gone today. None of them. They were always talking of fence, and we can see that every institution has a vast parcel of land, and you cannot fence everything. That's why when you go to any institution, even the private institutions, they can't fence their whole land, talk less of a government-owned institution. So this idea of using the virgin land to farm is a welcome idea, and I know by the time the institution heads have their next meeting, this issue will be raised there. And all the video clips will be relayed to them. They will see it, and I think that will ginger them. It's a very good initiative. I was telling him that they should start at the outskirts and leave the inner side, so that they will know they have circumferenced every parcel of land that belongs to the college.
While speaking, committee chairperson, Engineer Ruth Bayeri, praised the rector's foresight while highlighting the resolution of land contention issues with villagers through positive interventions.
Right, sir. Initially, we had this land contention with the villagers. They were bent on not do this farming work. But thanks to our amiable rector, he called a meeting comprising of the villagers and the Polytechnic community, management, and we dialogued together on a peace talk, and they all agree with us.
How many weeks, how many months does it take you to achieve this?
This started April. The planting, though the bulldozing aspect started in February, March. Then the planting started in April, early May, and here we are today.
In line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Dr. Emomotimi Agama, is said to align the Commission's vision for the Nigerian capital market at the second Capital Market Committee meeting. A statement by the Commission said the meeting which is taking place next week, aims to develop strategies for enhancing the capital market role in driving economic growth and development through initiatives that attract investment, improve market efficiency, and safeguard investors' interests. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Maman, has expressed displeasure over the merging of technical colleges with the colleges of science, saying it eroded the gains of establishing technical colleges across the country. Maman spoke in Abuja on Wednesday at a one-day stakeholders meeting on the challenges and issues affecting technical colleges in the country. He bemoaned the low enrollment of students in the technical colleges, noting that it was to teach skills to transform the country. Nigeria's electricity generation has risen by some 25% over the past 1 year as reform initiatives by the President Bola Tinubu-led administration started yielding early gains. Minister of Power, Chief Adebayo Adelabu, gave an overview of reforms, achievements, and targets of the power sector. According to him, the Nigerian electricity supply industry recorded a transmission of 5,105 megawatts on July 27, 2024, which is the highest in the last 3 years. After several years of indecision, the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Education, the National Board for Technical Education, and other stakeholders in the polytechnic sector, has agreed to the establishment of National Polytechnics Commission to promote academic standard in the sector. The Permanent Secretary in the Federal Ministry of Education, Sani Gwazo, who spoke on behalf of the ministry at a public hearing of the House of Representatives on a bill to establish the National Polytechnics Commission, said the commission will take over proper regulations of the sector. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has partnered with the Nigerian Airforce to provide affordable housing for its personnel. The Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, disclosed this during a courtesy visit by the Chief of Air Marshal, Azan Bala Abubakar, to the ministry in Abuja. The partnership is part of the ministry's Renewed Hope Housing Agenda, launched by President Bola Tinubu, which aims to provide 50,000 affordable housing units nationwide. worldwide. The Central Bank of Nigeria has injected $876 million into different segments of the foreign exchange market. The forex injection reaffirms the Apex Bank's commitment to support the proper functioning of the forex market by enhancing liquidity when necessary. The last on the news is sport. Nigeria's Tigers lost 74-88 to the United States of America in the quarterfinals, bringing to an end a spirited run that saw the team break several records. The defeat ends Nigerians' participation in the Women's Olympic basketball event at the ongoing Paris Olympics. And that'll be all on Justeventonline News at 9. Here's the recap of the story. For imports, gulp 2 trillion naira monthly. Kwara State Government launches guidelines for baby-friendly initiatives and policy on maternal, infant, young child nutrition. Kwara Poly embarks on commercial farming, supports Governor AbdulRazaq's agriculture program to boost food security. SEC calls for collaboration to grow capital markets ahead of CMC meeting. Federal government to reverse technical science colleges merger. Power generation improves by 25% on sectoral reforms. Federal government stakeholders back establishment of National Polytechnics Commission. Housing Ministry, Airforce, partner on affordable housing. CBN injects $876 million to boost forex liquidity. And on sport, the Tigers lose 74-88 to USA, crash out of Olympics. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News. Help others with actions, words of encouragement and wisdom during the process of progress. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tab at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I am Anifat Ismail.